Today, we're going to talk about what the smartest people don't pay. And to understand this concept, you need to know about the most expensive tax you will ever pay. You may have heard the expression that life is a game. Well, there's a deeper truth to this statement. Life is a game that you play without an instruction manual. All of us start playing the game from the moment we're born, but most of us have no idea how to win. We don't know what rules govern the game, what moves count, what winning looks like. We just kind of fumble around trying to figure it out. All the decisions we make, whether they're big or small, are based on the patterns we see in our life. If we only had a better map, a better understanding of the game, we would have a much easier time navigating this journey. This is exactly what the smartest people don't pay, the wisdom tax. The wisdom tax is the price you pay for not understanding the game. It's the cost of all those years spent learning life's lessons the hard way, unnecessarily struggling through challenges that could have been avoided, wasting precious time figuring things out when someone else could have provided the answer in a matter of minutes. The wisdom tax is what keeps most people poor, what causes relationships to break down, what prevents people from ever reaching their full potential. So how do you avoid paying this tax? What do you need to do to understand the game? The answer is simple, yet profoundly counterintuitive. You must learn to think differently. You have to upgrade your mental models. Everything you think, say, and do is the result of your mental models. These are the invisible operating system that runs your life. Your mental models determine what opportunities you can perceive, what solutions seem viable, and what outcomes feel possible. For most of us, our mental models were formed long ago, and we operate on autopilot without even realizing it. Like fish unaware of the water we swim in, we accept the boundaries of our mental maps as absolute truth. But here's the key insight. Your mental models are not set in stone. They can be upgraded, refined, and expanded. And when you do, the game of life suddenly becomes much clearer. But first, let's explore the cost of unexamined models. Because when you fail to upgrade your mental models, you pay the wisdom tax. You pay the wisdom tax when you remain ignorant of your own mental maps. You don't even realize that your mind has created a set of beliefs and assumptions that shape your reality. You stay stuck because you never question the very lens through which you view the world. You pay the wisdom tax when you cling to outdated mental models. You refuse to update your software. You keep trying to solve modern problems with outdated solutions. You operate under the mistaken belief that the best days are behind you, or that certain problems are unsolvable. You pay the wisdom tax when you adopt limiting mental models. You hold yourself back with phrases like, "I'm not good at this," or "it's too late for me." You surrender your potential by refusing to challenge your own negative beliefs and biases. So now you understand the cost of not upgrading your mental models. But how do you actually go about doing it? How do you upgrade your mental models to avoid paying the wisdom tax? The answer lies in one of the most counterintuitive pieces of advice ever given. The highest leverage activity for your transformation is upgrading your mental models. Think about that for a second. Isn't the logical thing to say that the highest leverage activity for transformation is making money, losing weight, improving your relationship? Why is upgrading your mental models even mentioned in the same sentence as transformation? That's because everything starts and ends with your thinking. Everything you experience in life is filtered through the lens of your mental models. When you upgrade these models, you transform what you see, what you believe, what you achieve. You upgrade your mental models by becoming aware of them. You pay attention to your inner dialogue, your automatic reactions, the stories you tell yourself. You ask yourself probing questions like, what do I really believe? What assumptions am I making? What biases do I have? You actively seek out evidence to challenge your existing beliefs. You look for data points that prove you wrong, because here's the truth. Most of us have spent our entire lives seeking confirmation, not knowing how to seek evidence against ourselves. But it's in this tension, this clash between what we believe and what we discover, that our mental models evolve and expand. You upgrade your mental models by deliberately putting yourself in situations where you can test your beliefs. You step outside your comfort zone and expose yourself to new experiences, new cultures, new ideas. You welcome challenges as opportunities to learn rather than threats to your ego. And as you navigate these challenges, you reflect on them deeply. You ask yourself, what did I learn about myself, about the world? What assumptions was I holding that turned out to be false? You extract the insights from every experience and integrate them into your mental models. You upgrade your mental models by becoming a lifelong learner. You cultivate a genuine love for learning rather than viewing it as a chore or a means to an end. You read voraciously. You engage in deep conversations with those who have different perspectives than you do. You invest in your own personal growth by taking courses, attending workshops, listening to podcasts. With every new piece of information you absorb, you have the opportunity to refine your mental models, to find gaps in your knowledge, and to fill them up with new insights. You upgrade your mental models by unlearning. Just as an old software has to be uninstalled before you can install a new version, sometimes you have to unlearn outdated beliefs and ways of thinking. This is perhaps the most difficult aspect of upgrading your mental models, because it means letting go of the familiar, of the comfortable, even if it's no longer serving you. It means shedding the limiting beliefs that were once helpful, but have since become obstacles to your growth. It means facing the fear of the unknown head-on and choosing to step into the light of possibility. Upgrading your mental models is indeed the highest leverage activity for transformation. It is the bridge to the solution, not the barrier to it. When you upgrade your mental models, you become more discerning. You filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters. You see opportunities where others see chaos. You navigate challenges with grace and resilience. You design your life with intentionality rather than merely reacting to circumstances. You move from a place of strategic thinking rather than tactical firefighting. And when you operate from this elevated state, the wisdom tax becomes a thing of the past. You stop paying the price for not understanding the game and start enjoying the fruits of your deeper understanding.